Morning students. Today we discuss various graphs where if a body is projected vertically upwards with a velocity 100 meter per second, a body is projected with an initial velocity 100 meter per second in upward direction, and you are asked to draw VT graph, maximum height from graph, and during 15 seconds, when time is 15 seconds, find out height reached by the body. Data given only 100 meter per second initial velocity. You are asked to draw the VT graph, and from that graph find maximum height, and at t is equal to 15 seconds from the graph height of the body reached at that instant. So here, when a body is projected vertically upwards with an initial velocity u, the time of ascent to reach the maximum height, the time of ascent, it is u by g. Time of ascent is u by g. U is 100, g is 10. That means time of ascent is 10 seconds. Time of ascent is 10 seconds. Now it reaches maximum height during 10 seconds. Here g we are taking as 10. Now time of ascent 10 seconds. Since acceleration is constant, moreover, for the body which is vertically projected upwards or the body freely falling downwards, acceleration is minus g, it is negative. When it is projected vertically upwards, velocity decreases, so it is negative. When it is projected vertically, it is dropped vertically downwards, direction reverse, that's why it is negative. So in both the cases, for vertically projected upwards or falling downwards, acceleration is negative and acceleration is constant. Now you are asked to find velocity time graph. When for this graph here acceleration is negative, so here velocity time graph which is having slope as acceleration. Velocity time graph having acceleration as a slope. That means slope of VT graph gives acceleration. Okay. Now here acceleration constant and it is having initial velocity. Generally, if we write velocity expression for constant accelerations, that means equations of motion for velocity, v is equal to u minus gt. So now here this is minus gt, we can also write it as plus u, which is in the form y is equal to minus mx plus c. Since slope is negative and this expression represents straight line having positive y-intercept, then the graph will be, according to our previous discussions, this will be the graph. So here when this is time of ascent 10 seconds, there what is meant by time of ascent? Time taken to reach maximum height. What happens at maximum height? The body comes to rest momentarily. That means body stops there at maximum height and falls freely from that height. That means their final velocity while moving upward direction, final velocity is 0. So here velocity time graph, this is the y-intercept. When t is equal to 0, if you take t is equal to 0, v is equal to u, means when t is 0, t means x coordinate. When x is 0, y is equal to c, that is y-intercept. So here what is y-intercept? When t is equal to 0, v is equal to u. So y-intercept is initial velocity. And as time increases, finally in the upward direction, final velocity becomes 0. This is the point where y-axis, y-coordinate becomes 0. Y-coordinate is velocity. Velocity becomes 0. So up to here this is upward journey. This is upward journey. And now time 0, 0 to time of ascent, body moves upward direction, and here the body reaches maximum height, and here this is the time of ascent where final velocity is 0. Why we are getting straight line with a negative slope? Why? Because here acceleration is constant, which is negative. For velocity time graph, slope is acceleration. Since it is negative, so for any straight line having negative slope, there the angle made with x-axis is greater than 90. So this is the straight line up to time of ascent. So now here we can find maximum height. So to find maximum height, we have the expression for time of ascent as root of 2h by g. Now from the formula you will get maximum height, no doubt, but you are asked to find out maximum height from VT graph. So height means vertical displacement. Height is the vertical displacement. So from VT graph, how would you find out displacement? Displacement will be obtained as area of the VT graph. So here up to time of ascent, this is the body travelled distance, means this area gives the maximum displacement up to time of ascent, means the vertical displacement, which is maximum height. So here this VT graph up to TA gives maximum displacement when area is determined. So the area of VT graph up to T is equal to TA gives up to time of ascent, that area gives H max. Now that H max is area. Area means U is 100 according to the data, meter per second. Time of ascent, what we obtained is from the data, time of ascent is U by G, so it is 10 seconds. Now the area, triangle area, so which is area is positive. Why? Because here velocity is positive, up to here velocity is positive. It decreases to 0. That means from U to 0, all values are positive for U, and time is always positive, it never be negative. So half into base TA, that is 10, into height 100. So this is 500. maximum height is 500 meters from this VT graph. Now the continuation of the question, when t is equal to 15 seconds, what is the height reached? Well, when t is equal to 15 seconds, somewhere here, since it is a straight line, we are taking time intervals equally. This is 10, then this is 15 seconds. Okay. So at that instant, what is the height reached? When we discuss vertically projected upwards body, when it reaches to maximum height, from there it turns back and again it comes down. Time of ascent is equal to time of descent, as we know. So again it takes 10 more seconds to come down. Since the maximum time taken to reach the maximum height is 10, so again the time taken to reach the ground from that height is again 10, since time of ascent is time of descent. That means total time is 20 seconds. Now you are asked to find 15 seconds, means it is somewhere up to here, this is 10 and 5 more seconds. May it travel this displacement in downward direction in 5 more seconds. This is the displacement in opposite direction, which we can take this as minus y. This is the displacement in opposite direction. So the total height is h plus minus y. This is total h plus minus y. So that is h minus y. This is the maximum height. Okay. That we have to calculate h minus y. But you are asked to calculate the height from the graph. So for the next 5 seconds, here velocity becomes 0. Now for the next 5 seconds, what is the velocity of the body? After 5 seconds from rest, what is the velocity? So in downward direction, it travelled 5 more seconds. Already it travelled 10 seconds. In continuation, we are saying it travelled 5 more seconds. So during that 5 seconds in downward direction, so the total time will be 15 seconds from the ground. Total time will be 15 seconds from the ground, and from the maximum height it is 5 seconds. Why? Because up to maximum height it is 10 seconds. So this is 5 seconds. Now the velocity at that instant in the downward direction, v is equal to minus gt. Since when it is coming down, initial velocity is 0. So minus 10 into 5, minus 50 meter per second. So this is minus 50. So here velocity is minus 50. If you observe, for downward motion also, here I draw the graph in negative axis and the continuation of the same graph. Why? Because in downward direction also acceleration is minus g. That means again it is negative. In downward direction also it is negative acceleration. So when it is negative, velocity times slope is negative. So for slope, here this is the slope where the angle made with x-axis is greater than 90. And again, since acceleration is constant, means slope is constant, then the graph should be straight line. That's why here the graph is having negative slope. That means angle is more than 90 and it is continued, and here it is a straight line since acceleration is constant. So now here during downward motion from 10 seconds to 15 seconds for 5 seconds interval, velocity is minus 50. Now when it comes to ground, time of descent is 10 seconds, total time will be 20 seconds when calculated from projected point. When calculated from ground, total time of flight means time of ascent plus time of descent is called time of flight. Total time of flight is 20 seconds. Okay. During the descent means after reaching maximum height means after 10 seconds, for 10 more seconds velocity is in the downward direction. So, it is negative. When it reaches to ground means projected point. What we know? For a projected point, the velocity of projection is equal to velocity on reaching the same point. That means here after 20 seconds you will get same velocity but in negative direction. When it is projected with 100 meter per second from the ground, and again when it reaches the ground it should have the same 100 meter per second but in downward direction. So, negative. Okay. So, now here you are asked to find during this 15 seconds what is the maximum height. So, here that is displacement. Maximum height is nothing but total displacement. Total displacement, how can you calculate? This is total h plus this is minus y. That means h minus y. So, here how the total displacement will be derived from the VT graph? Simple. Velocity time graph, area gives displacement. So, here the area of VT graph gives a displacement. Displacement means after 15 seconds, means this is 0 second you projected, this is 15 seconds. Now, what you need? Final position minus initial position. This is the displacement. Simply this is the displacement. Final position minus initial position. That is the height. Means you have to calculate displacement. Displacement will be given by area up to 15 seconds only. That means the area of this OUTA and from TA to 15 seconds this area. So, this is area 1, now this is area 2. This area is negative, this area is negative. Why? Because here velocity is in negative axis. For a displacement, if velocity is in negative axis, you should take displacement negative. If it is for a distance purpose, here this is h, this is y displacement, plus y for a distance, because a distance does not bother about direction. If this is h plus y, then h plus y is the distance travelled and h minus y is the displacement traversed. That is the difference. So, when there is a negative axis, negative velocity, then the area should be negative to calculate displacement. The area should be positive to calculate distance. The same area you have to take negative for a displacement, positive for a distance if negative axis includes. Then here area of VT graph from 0 to 15 seconds total area. So, here it gives the height at 15 seconds, which is the displacement. Now, area up to here already we know this is 500, already we measured this is 500 plus already it is measured 500 plus this is a negative area, that means half into base 10, sorry 15 minus 10 5, base is 15 minus 10 5 and height is minus 50, height is minus 50. So, into minus 50, that means how much? This is 500 plus minus 50 into 5 minus 250, minus 250 by 2, minus 250 by 2, that is 500 minus 125. 500 minus 125 means 375 meters. So, that is the height after 15 seconds. So, here what we calculated and what is the data given? Just initial velocity given it enough. Then drawing the velocity time graph, finding out the maximum height, finding out the height at any instant. So, this is the way to draw graphs. Okay. Here is a graph which is drawn between displacement and time. So, in this graph time varies from look at here, 0 to 6 seconds. During 0 to 2 seconds, here displacement linearly increases with time, and from 2 to 6 seconds displacement linearly decreases with time. Means here ratio gives velocity, displacement time graph ratio. Ratio means slope. Slope means displacement by time, which gives velocity. So for straight line, slope is constant, that means velocity is constant. So here from 0 to 2 seconds, it is having a constant velocity in one direction. And again here slope is negative. Why? Because here angle is greater than 90. Here angle is less than 90. So its slope is negative, its slope is positive. So that slope is negative means here velocity is negative for this graph. Velocity is negative. What is meant by velocity negative? That means body turns back in opposite direction, so that velocity becomes negative. Here velocity is positive. But in both the cases, straight lines means here slope is constant. Means here from 0 to 2 seconds it have constant velocity. It moves with some constant velocity. Here it moves with another constant velocity in opposite direction. Since velocity is negative, it moves with opposite direction but with another constant velocity. How you are saying it is constant velocity? Straight line. Straight line means slope is constant. Now you are asked to find out velocities, speeds ratio. Since velocities are having different signs, positives, negative, but for speeds, so magnitude of velocity is speed. So up to 2 seconds speed to up to here we are having speeds, only magnitudes we are writing. That means speeds from 0 to 2 seconds and 2 to 6 seconds. So we have to write the speeds from 0 to 2, 2 to 6 ratio. How you find speed? That means velocity magnitude, just finding the slope but not putting any minus sign. Why? Because here you are finding out speed only, that means magnitude only. Then here V1 we have slope, slope is y2 minus y1 20 by x2 minus x1 2, 20 minus 0 by 2 minus 0. Displacement by time, when there is a divided by, that means ratio, that is slope, which is 20 by 2, 10. Similarly V2, this is 20, height is 20, 0 to 20 it is 20 by 6 minus 2, 4. So 20 by 4, which is 5. Then ratio, only magnitudes ratio, 10 by 5, 2 is to 1. So this is the ratio of time. Fine. Sometimes you will be given a graph relating to physical quantities. For example, here you have a graph drawn between position and time. Based on this graph, you will be asked to find velocity time graph. Graph given is position time. From this graph, you will be asked to find velocity time graph. Look at here. Here, from 0 to 5 seconds, position linearly increases with time. So here position is maximum. Means if we discuss in horizontal motion, what is the motion here we are having? Since this is origin, x is 0 and position increases linearly up to here, position increased. Okay, displacement increased up to 5 seconds. Okay, now here the position linearly increases with the time. Okay, the slope of this graph, the slope everywhere which is constant. Why? Because it is a straight line. Slope is constant. So the displacement time graph slope gives what? Velocity. Displacement time graph slope gives velocity. So from 0 to 5 seconds, velocity remains constant and it is positive. Why? Because from 0 to 5 seconds, displacement is positive. Look at the graph. This is a positive. And here angle is less than 90. This is the angle less than 90. Angle gives tan angle positive. Since theta is less than 90, tan angle positive. What tan angle gives? Slope. Slope of displacement time graph gives what? Velocity. That means here velocity is positive, and since it is a straight line, slope is positive and constant. That means velocity is positive and constant. Okay. So now here velocity is positive and constant from 0 to 5. So this is velocity time graph. Velocity is positive and constant, right, up to 5 seconds. Up to 5 seconds. Now 5 to 15 seconds, position is constant. This is the position. Okay, this position is constant. It is a horizontal straight line, means it indicates the same position. Even time interval changes, means if you look at the body, then it stays there. Even the time changes from 5 seconds to 15 seconds, it is there. What does it mean? The position does not change with the time. If position does not change with the time, body is said to be at rest. So here body is said to be at rest. If it is at rest, what is its velocity? 0. That means in velocity time graph, velocity is 0 for 5 to 15 seconds. Here this is velocity 0, means velocity is y-axis. So y coordinate on x-axis is 0. So here velocity value, even x-axis increases, x coordinate means time increases from 5 to 15, but velocity remains constant. Now thereafter 15 to 20 seconds, this is the straight line. What is the slope here? 15 to 20. Here slope is greater than 90. From 15 to 20 seconds, slope is greater than 90, theta greater than 90. Displacement again positive. What does it mean? If body turns back and coming, so if it comes up to here, now when body comes to the same position, final position is same, initial position is same, then displacement is 0. Up to that displacement is positive. Okay, from 0 to x, displacement is positive. From x to 0, while you are looking from origin, when you are looking from origin, it travels this x, and now when it comes to this point, this is minus x1, let it be minus x1, then what is the remaining? x minus x1 is positive. If it is 10 meter up to x, then from here to here if it is 3 meters travelled, then origin to here what is it? 7 meters. Since displacement is positive, okay, then here displacement is positive, but tan angle when theta greater than 90, tan angle negative. What it represents? Slope negative. And since it is a straight line, slope is negative and constant. That means slope gives velocity. It is negative after 15 seconds. So it is negative and constant. So from 0 to 50, here up to 5 to 15 it is at rest. Now 15 to 20, this is 20 seconds. Up to here this is constant. Okay, velocity constant up to 20 seconds. Velocity constant from 0 to 5 seconds. 5 to 15 seconds. Position same means velocity 0. Body is at rest. Then the graph of the velocity versus time will be like this. Okay. So likewise here you will be given one graph relates between two physical quantities and you will be asked to design another graph. Okay. This is the method, right? Here velocity time graph is given. Now you are asked to find average velocity. When average velocity is asked, that average velocity should be found only during a certain time interval. When you are finding out average velocities, time interval should be mentioned. Here also it was mentioned average velocity from 0 to 10 seconds. Then how to find average velocity? What is the expression for average velocity? So V average is equal to displacement divided by time interval. Displacement by time interval, that is average velocity. Now here from 0 to 10 seconds displacement. How to find displacement in velocity time graph? One more thing is there, without doing any calculation you can simply say the answer. Okay. How? Actually, while looking into the graphs, velocity time graphs, all are straight lines. Okay. All are straight lines having slopes same. If you look at here, this is 2.5, this is 7.5. If you take the slope of this straight line from 0 to 2.5 seconds, slope is 5, this is velocity 5 by time 2.5, acceleration 5 by 2.5, which is 2, acceleration is 2. Again, of course, the slope is negative for these two lines from 2.5 seconds to 5 seconds, 5 seconds to 7.5 seconds for two straight lines. This is the straight line from 2.5 to 5 seconds from here to here. This is the straight line from 5 seconds to 7.5 seconds. For the two straight lines, slope is negative. And here also acceleration is slope, means 5 by 2.5, 2. Similarly, here also 2. Magnitudes are always positive, directions may be negative or positive. So, ignoring the directions, just taking the values. Here the acceleration for all the straight lines is 2 meter per second square. That means this graph is a how you find out the acceleration? By measuring the slope for each straight line. For every straight line, it comes as 2 meter per second square. Now this is a constant accelerated motion. For constant accelerated motion, what is average velocity? Already we have average velocity formula as for only constant accelerated motions, v1 plus v2 by 2, simple. It is applicable when acceleration is constant only. Then v is equal to v1 plus v2 by 2. And you are asked to find out average velocity from 0 to 10 seconds. So here this is from 0 to 10 seconds. Now here what is v1? Means at time t is equal to 0, v1 is 0. When time t2 is equal to 10, again velocity is 0. Why? Because velocity is on y-axis. So y coordinate on x-axis is 0 always. This is the y coordinate on x-axis. At t is equal to 10 seconds, y coordinate is on x-axis. Here y coordinate is 0. That means v1 0 initial velocity, final velocity 0. So 0 plus 0 by 2, 0. So simply without doing any calculation, just not using pen, you can find out average velocity from this formula. But this formula is used when and only acceleration is constant. Otherwise, we have to go for this displacement by time interval method. Now here, how to find displacement? This area and this area, these two areas gives displacement from 0 to 10 seconds. So displacement for 0 to 5 seconds and again displacement for 5 to 10 seconds. But here if you observe, this area from 0 to 5 seconds is a triangle area and this is positive. The same area here you are having, which is negative from 5 to 10 seconds. So here time interval is 5 seconds, area is same. So velocity time graph area gives displacement. This area is positive and this area is negative. So the total area is cancelled out. That means total displacement is 0. So here also you will get from that. Here I am not writing the calculations. Why? Because simply while you are observing into the graph, there you can easily find out that from 0 to 5 seconds interval the area, 5 to 10 seconds interval is only 5 seconds and the area is same, but one is positive, another one is negative. So to find the displacements, definitely sign convention should be taken into consideration. So here two areas, one is positive and another one is negative. So the total area would be 0. So average velocity is 0. Likewise, you will be given graphs to find average velocities. Okay. Well, here is another graph where the problem is given as a body is dropped from a height h. A body is dropped from a height h. Since it is dropped, its initial velocity is 0 and it travels in downward direction and reaches to the ground. Okay. Now here this body, after hitting the ground, it bounces up and again travels in the upward direction. Then after traveling h by 2 height, after traveling h by 2 height, it comes to rest. It comes to rest. Then you are asked to draw velocity time graph, velocity displacement graph, velocity time graph and velocity displacement graph. First of all, when it is falling down, remember velocity is negative. When it is rising up, velocity is positive. Okay. When it is falling down, displacement, this position traveled is negative. When it is moving up, it is positive. Means the physical quantities in downward direction are taken negative, in upward direction taken are positive. But for the both motions, while in upward or in downward motion, acceleration is always negative. Now, if you are asked to find out time versus velocity or velocity versus time, already we draw the graph, but it appears as here, since it is a freely falling body, it has zero velocity and it is moving down, means at a time t is equal to 0, velocity is 0, and since it is moving down, velocity increases. So, what the graph appears for a freely falling body? Look at here. This is the graph. Why? Why the graph is like that? Why? Because here this is velocity time graph, and when it is falling down, slope is negative, initial velocity is 0. For v is equal to u minus gt, at t is equal to 0, u 0, that means v is 0 for freely falling body, means initial velocity is 0. After that, for any time, v is minus gt, means here this is y is equal to minus mx. So, y intercept is 0, since at t is equal to 0, if you take minus mx plus c, y intercept will be obtained at t is equal to 0, but t is equal to 0 for freely falling body, initial velocity 0, that means intercept is 0. So, it is in the form y is equal to minus mx, means this is the graph where angle is greater than 90, so slope is negative. Now it reaches maximum speed when it hits the ground. Thereafter, it turns back and moves to the maximum height, which is h by 2. That means, in order to reach h by 2 height, here its velocity is not as v. Why? Because when its velocity v is obtained, it is dropped from h. That means here v is root 2gh magnitude, or h is v squared by 2g. But here it reaches to h by 2. h by 2 means after it strikes the ground, it loses some energy because of collision. So, its velocity will be decreased. And now with the velocity which it is having now, with that velocity it reaches to the height h by 2. Okay. So, here the initial velocity after it hits the ground, initial velocity for vertical projection, which is u1 is root 2g h by 2. For this, after striking the ground, before striking the ground, just before striking the ground, its velocity is v. After striking the ground, it loses some velocity because of collision, and its velocity becomes u1. So, now for the vertical projection, this u1 becomes as initial velocity, so it reaches to h by 2. Then according to our formula root 2gh, here u1 is root of 2g h by 2, where root 2gh is v. So, u1 is v by root 2, v by root 2, but now it is positive. Now this is positive. Why? Because it is moving in vertical upward direction. So, when it is moving in vertical upward direction, after some time again it equals to 0. Final velocity here v1 is 0 for vertical motion. That means here up to this time it touches the ground. Hereafter velocity is positive, which is equal to v by root 2. v by root 2 means 0.7 v. So, 70% of v. That means if this is 70%, here it starts and again it moves to maximum height, so that here you have from this point to again velocity is 0. Again final velocity 0 because it reaches to maximum height h by 2. It reaches to maximum height h by 2 when it is projected with velocity u1. So, here this velocity is 0, final velocity is 0 here. Now, the graph appears as like this. This is a straight line from 0 to time of descent, means it hits the ground. After that, when it is turned opposite, means it moves upwards, the velocity becomes positive. So, u1 is positive, which is 0.7 v, that means here its value. Now, it gradually decreases, since it is moving in upward direction, velocity gradually decreases and finally it equals to 0. Then why do we draw straight lines only for velocity time graph? For a straight line, slope is constant. What the slope denotes? Slope denotes acceleration. Acceleration is constant, and for both the graphs they are parallel lines. That means for both the graphs slopes are negative. Here the slope is greater than 90 angle, here also it is greater than 90. So, in both the cases slopes are negative, that means acceleration is negative. Okay.